Hello, and welcome to another episode of Unboxing with Paul. And today, I'm excited to bring you guys Poetic Revolution case for the Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. Let's take a look at it. The Samsung Galaxy Tab A7 Lite is a beautiful tablet with an aluminum if you're overseas, construction that absolutely needs protection, Hue and Poetic. And if this is your first time watching the channel, welcome. And if you've never been formally introduced to them, let me just tell you, they're a company that are headquartered in San Francisco that happened to catch my eye because we both see eye to eye regarding finances. Now, what I mean by that is, if you can see here, this is Poetic's Revolution case. If you notice, the box is pretty nondescript. We just see Poetic's logo at the front and then the logo stamped throughout the case. No glossy packaging here, no metallic fonts, nothing that really catches your eye, nothing that's gonna go out of its way to catch your attention. Poetic chooses not to spend money on packaging. They choose to save that money and pass those savings on to you. Typically, what I mean by that is that you can find something like this, a very nice case for the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite on their website for only $26.95. That's a pretty good deal. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm very excited as this is the first time that I have reviewed a case from Poetic, and I'm curious to see if it follows a similar form factor that its phones do. Let's find out. Okay, so in the box looks like we just got a little mini user guide with the kickstand and a quick installation guide. All right, so we're gonna put that aside. We're gonna open this up. Okay, so then here is the case itself, the Revolution style case. Now this case is made out of a black polycarbonate construction on the outside, so this hardback plate is meant to be abrasion resistant, and then the corners and the inside of the case are lined with thermoplastic polyurethane, meant to be impact resistant, so that it could absorb and help cushion your phone or your tablet in this case from all the impacts it's going to be suffering. So let's go ahead and get this open. Man, this is a lot sturdier and a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, if I can be honest with you. We can see a honeycomb pattern on the inside, and let's just look it over real quick before we pop our case in. And it comes with a built-in screen protector so that your tablet will not go unprotected. We're gonna go ahead and remove this, and just for your knowledge, the screen protector is made out of a clear polycarbonate to give you the clarity of glass while still being impact resistant so that it won't break like glass does. So then now let's go ahead and apply our screen protector. Little goes in like this. It literally goes in like this. A bit of a difficulty, here we go. And then once the screen protector, the faceplate is installed, then you can go ahead and place it into the case like so. And again, this will be a little tough to get into the case, but it's brand new. You want it to be tough. You want it to be snug. You don't want this to, come flying apart whenever you need it most, right? This is Poetic's Revolution case for the Galaxy Tab A7 Lite. Very, very, very nice. And it does come with a built-in kickstand. There we go. So that it can be used in landscape mode. Can you use it in, no, it doesn't really work vertically. I guess you wouldn't want to stand up your tablet vertically anyway. But now that we've gotten our case on, let's go ahead and take a look at it. We can see that they have provided cutouts for The camera and the light sensor up at the top, very nice attention to detail, as well as the little slot for the speaker. There's just a normal cutout for the speaker right here. Same thing over here. And then on the right side, we have our, very nicely, our power button and our volume buttons. Normally, it drives me up the wall whenever companies do this, whenever they put a power button on the same side as the volume buttons. However, Poetic has kind of remedied this by putting, again, a power and a volume down and a volume up button, at least by marking them, you know, so that at least when you go and you press them, you can clearly see what you're pressing, right? In addition to that, I don't know if you guys can see, but they have also left a cutout for that microphone, because there is a microphone placed right below the volume down button. And if we keep going towards the bottom of the case, we already saw the cutouts for our speakers. But again, one more cutout for that pinhole microphone. And can we just appreciate how nicely in the center that cutout is? And we also have two little flaps that protect our headphone jack and our Type-C charging port, right? So oftentimes debris will get in there and it's gonna ruin your charging port. And with you having a flap in there, it's gonna prevent from any debris of getting in there, and it's only gonna be open when you're actively using it. So it's gonna definitely help with the longevity of the tablet. Now, I'm also a fan of the sides. They're rubberized and they're oversized. They kind of hang off quite a bit. So if you were to drop it, if it were to get banged on its side, I'm actually pretty confident in this case. I wasn't gonna do the chuck test because this is such a beautiful tablet. It is heavier, it is more, it is aluminum, but I mean, this really wouldn't be one of our videos if we didn't do, you already know, rest in peace. Let's see how well it survives. Oh wow, that wasn't too bad. Actually, that survived. There. Wow, that actually landed standing up. Okay. Let's go again. Again. Kickstand open, you guys can see. That is a sturdy case. Again, kickstand open for maximum damage. That's really good. That's really good. Okay, there we go. Finally, we have some deformation. Okay. So, clearly, a much bigger device, much heavier than a cell phone, right? So, this is what happens when, I guess, it's dropped the wrong way one too many times. Can you guys see that? It has bent outwards, right? But that's what we want to see. We want stuff to bend. We want stuff to flex. We don't, possibly even fail. But when it bends and it flexes, it's okay. Because it can simply, if it happens to fall out or, snap out of place, you simply pop it back into place and it works, right? That's what we want to see. It is a little bit deformed again, but the most important thing is that it still remains functional. Let's drop it one more time to see if maybe this one will. Dude, this is such a good flipping case. Holy cow. Again, we do have deformation. It did bend, but it did not break. This also has a similar mechanism. I'm seeing to the other case that we've tested, but this one has not failed. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with this case. I feel like I can let the little kids borrow this now, and I'm not going to be afraid of them damaging my tablet. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I was a little bit afraid of potentially this tablet being sacrificed with this very first video, and I wasn't gonna be able to do the rest of the videos for the other cases that I have. But I have to say, I am honestly impressed, and this is a very sturdy case. Oftentimes, one of my concerns when having a very sturdy, protective, rugged case like this is that it comes at the cost of mobility, right? So oftentimes, the cameras are going to be kind of obstructed, or sometimes your buttons are going to be left obstructed, or they're going to be really hard pressed. However, even though they're not really, you can't really hear them. Oh yeah, I guess that was a picture. Even though you can't really hear them, they are still quite accessible, and they don't feel like they're being obstructed. I don't feel like they're any harder to get to just because I have a case on. And that's normally a concern of mine. Very happy to see that. I'm also very happy to see just the degree of protection this case offers, because if you guys can see on my camera cutout right there, that is quite an aggressive whip. I'd have to say that's a solid centimeter of, that's a whole 10 millimeters of raised lip, you know, that in case if it happens to fall flat on this side or flat on this side, it's not going to get damaged. And in addition to that, even if it were, you also have a built-in screen protector. That's just such a rugged case. I'm very impressed. And I do also see these little cutouts back here. I'm not sure if they are for ventilation or if perhaps you could maybe hang a lanyard or maybe you could hang this off somewhere like this. I'm not sure. But again, I'm very, very impressed. Very, very happily impressed. I was a little bit nervous, not gonna lie to you guys. Go ahead and leave me know in the comments. What are your thoughts on Poetic? Have you guys tried them out before? What's stopping you from giving them a chance? Again, I really appreciate the fact that they don't spend money on their packaging, right? All their money, all their resources, they put them into their cases, into their actual product. And it just might take a little bit longer for people to actually give them a chance. But once you give them a chance, you're gonna get to see just how big of a difference a little bit of R&D can make, a little bit of more time, a little bit of more dedication can really make your product stand out. A little bit of more attention can definitely take your product to that next level. And this is what we like to see. And then go ahead, let me know in the comments and be subscribed so you guys can be entered into the giveaway for an Apple Joy Tab 2 tablet. The moment I reach 750 subscribers, I will be giving one of these away. All you have to do is comment and be subscribed. And as always, thanks for watching.